Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to take a minute today to try out a different foundation than I did last time. I will be trying out the L'Oreal Perfect Match foundation. This is the shade 2R/2C Vanilla Rose, or Rose Vanilla, I don't know. I have used this one before. As you can see, it's kind of a little dirty, and I didn't like it, but I now have my new Becca Backlight priming filter, and I thought maybe it was the lack of primer or the primer that I was using. So I'm interested to see if I notice any difference when I use these two together, if I like it better, if it still looks shitty. But I guess we'll just jump right in and see what happens. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right in and quickly prime using my Becca Backlight priming filter. Now I found that this primer does dry on my skin really fast. Like, it's not drying, but it just sticks in place really quickly, so I like to get it on there nice and fast so that I get an even application. As I have mentioned before, I do have a lot of dry spots. It basically matches itself to your skin tone. It melts into your skin so it looks flawless. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this onto the back of my hand and go in with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender dupe. I always want to just call it a beauty blender because it's easier that way. I'm gonna hold this in my hand. We're just gonna go in. And the last foundation that I tried out on here was the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I wasn't that impressed with it. I mean, it had a really nice finish, but I didn't feel like it gave me really medium coverage. I felt like it was more light than medium. It is buildable, but it's an expensive product, but I don't want to feel like I have to use a ton of the product to get the result that I want, because, you know, I'm basically slapping dollar bills on my face, yo. I am noticing that this foundation is a little patchy. I'm not too impressed with it. I don't really feel like the primer is doing a lot, although it does look a lot less patchy than when I first used it. And this side has a lot less imperfections. I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like it is covering those ones a lot better, probably because they're less prominent. This side definitely looks 10 times better than this side, which is a little annoying, so I'm just gonna let that dry. The color is okay. It's not like the most perfect match. It is called Perfect Match, but it's not a perfect match, ironically. But I do feel like it is a little bit sitting in my fine lines, my smile lines here. It's creasing under my under eye area. But I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to apply a second layer. It doesn't say whether or not it's buildable coverage or not. It just says that it's supposed to apply evenly without making you feel cakey. I do have to give it credit in the aspect that it is not clinging to my dry patches and making them look drier, although this one is really prominent. So I'm gonna apply another pump. I'm just gonna go over my lips. Let's just go over it. Foundation lips. It does dry down, as you can tell, a little more matte. This side is really luminous, it's fresh, it's wet, and this side is a lot matter. Sorry if you can hear that, it's the washing machine. I didn't think things through today, okay? But I feel like it's accentuating all of my pores. I do feel like it's kinda making my pores more obvious. I'm not super impressed with this one. I'm gonna probably have to keep looking, and it does really sit in my smile lines here. It kind of makes me look a little bit older there. Just what I need. Just gonna smooth that out one more time before I go into my concealer. So this is the True Match concealer in the shade 1N Ivory. So it does blend out really nicely because of the thin formula. It doesn't dry up fast. It does crease really fast if you don't set it quick enough. So I'm just gonna grab my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. This is a loose setting powder. It's not supposed to do that. Like lift this up. Key. I'm also going to use the same powder to kind of set my whole face. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay, so now I'm going to do my eyes. I'm going to use this Soph X palette from Makeup Revolution. She did a collab and I really love this palette. I use it every day. I'm going in with this Manhattan eye primer. It's really sticky. It served me well. It's almost empty. So once I put that on, I kind of like to pat it out with my fingertips. It's a really sticky eye primer, which I do like. I like it to be sticky. The only thing is when you do have an eyeshadow primer that is this sticky, I like to go in with a neutral shade. This is the shade here, Pancakes. And I like to use that as a kind of a base to soften up the eye primer so that all the other colors glide on easily, because otherwise you ain't gonna get no blending done up in here. Alrighty then, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is Cup of Tea, I believe. I'm just gonna slap that baby in my crease. Now I do have a little bit of a hooded eyelid, so I always like to go to the very top of my crease, like where my brow bone is, and accentuate that area. Also, I have no brow products and I have no idea how to do my brows, so I'm not gonna do them, but maybe one day in the future you will have the honor of seeing me fail miserably at doing my eyebrows. Okay, so today I'm gonna go in with the shade Danger, right here, Danger. And I'm gonna use that to kind of darken up my outer corners and maybe my inner corners. Who knows? There is cat hair on my makeup brushes. There's cat hair everywhere. I just put my knuckle in it. That is not coming off. I'm like wiping it vigorously. Ooh, girl, I went a little heavy-handed on that Inacona. Just gonna wipe that off a little. That's as good as I'm gonna get it. Let's just face it. So now I'm gonna go in with this color Festive Flame. It's a shimmery red, and I'm going to apply that to the middle with like a very flat brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Rosewood again and smudge out my lower lash line. Kind of ties in with the same shade that's on the outer corner. Ugh. My skin is sticking to my chair. Alright, so apparently I don't know how to use technology, and I forgot to check whether or not my camera was still filming while I was finishing up my eye look, but here it is. I got a little carried away with the eyeliner. This one looked okay, and then this one got away from me, and then I had to make this one match, so I'm just going for a bold look today, you know, just kind of roll with it. And yeah, so that's it for the this was mostly about the foundation anyway, so it's not a huge deal that you missed that bit. But I have to say I still hate, I repeat, hate this foundation. It is settling in all of my lines around my mouth area. It even is making it look like I have wrinkles in my under my nose, and like my forehead is insane. Like it's never been so bad. Like what even is this? Like it's so crappy. And I almost feel like it's kind of accentuating my blemishes. Like I feel like it's covering everything except my blemishes. Like you can see all the redness looking through, and here it just looks like it's not even covering it at all. Like why? Why is this my life? And what is with these forehead wrinkles? I'm 23, not 50. So if I were to make up a more realistic name for this foundation, it would be L'Oreal Age 10 Years and Look More Mature Foundation for young people who want to feel older. This foundation is going straight in the garbage can. Never, ever, ever again. It's not really accentuating my dry patches, but it's not exactly making them look less dry either. Like it just kind of clings to the dry skin and it still looks dry. In the garbage, straight in the garbage, never again. I hate the way it feels on my face. It feels like, I wouldn't say it feels cakey, but I can definitely feel it there, and it's making me kind of warm. Like I feel like if I sweat at all, it's just gonna like kind of slide off, if you know it. It doesn't feel secure. It still feel like I touch it and it's dry, but it still feels wet on my face. It's like the weirdest, most bizarre feeling ever, and I hate it. Why? So yeah, that was my review for the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I hope you liked it. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I really hope that I will be filming more videos in the future. If you like seeing me having no idea what I'm doing and making tons of mistakes, then stick around. I hope that I'll see you on my next video. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for my next videos. I'm here to learn. We're all here to learn, baby. So let's get learning. So I hope to see you in my next video.